Hello and welcome to CyberPulse, brought to you by the National Cryptologic Foundation. I'm your host, James Walsh, and together we'll be diving into cybersecurity news and events, as well as candid conversations with leading voices in the cyber community, from industry innovators and government officials to top academics and frontline cybersecurity professionals. Be sure to like and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Hey everyone, welcome to what might be our final episode of CyberPulse. I'm your host, and today it's just you and me for something a little different. No guest interviews, no deep technical dives, just a conversation about what we've built together, what we've learned, and where things go from here. Now, before anyone panics, I want to be clear. This isn't a sad goodbye. Think of it more like pressing pause on a game you're really enjoying. The National Cryptologic Foundation has loved bringing you CyberPulse over these past 17 episodes, and while we're taking a break, there's always a chance we'll fire up the mics again in the future. The cyber world never stops evolving, and neither do we. Let me take you back to where this all started. When we launched CyberPulse, our mission was simple: make cybersecurity accessible, engaging, and relevant to everyone. Whether you're a seasoned professional, a student just getting started, or someone who simply wants to understand the digital world we're all living in. And wow, have we covered some ground. We've talked automotive security and quantum computing with Simon Hartley, learning how the cars we drive are essentially computers on wheels, and how quantum computing could revolutionize or threaten critical infrastructure. We dove into privacy engineering with Dr. Kim Vutz, exploring why privacy isn't just a nice to have, but a fundamental right that needs to be baked into systems from the ground up. We celebrated representation and breaking barriers with Tanisha Martin from Black Girls Hack, who's opening doors for Black women and girls in cybersecurity. We explored the beautiful chaos of software security with Laura Bell-Main, who reminded us that security doesn't have to slow down innovation, it can enable it. John Hammond taught us about malware analysis and living off the land attacks. Leslie Carhart showed us the critical differences between IT and OT security. And Tanya Janka armed us with secure coding knowledge through Alice and Bob. We even had crossover fun with Kennedy Taylor from CyberChats, reviewing holiday tech gifts and their security implications, because, let's be honest, that smart speaker or fitness tracker under the tree deserves a security conversation too. And let's not forget our solo episodes. The T-Dating app leak, the attacker who accidentally installed Hunter's EDR on their own infrastructure, and all those News Pulse segments where we broke down the latest threats and trends. Every single one of these conversations reinforced something important. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility, and it's way more interesting than most people think. If I had to distill everything we've covered into a few key takeaways, here's what stands out. First, diversity matters, not just as a buzzword, but as a genuine strength. Perspectives we heard from guests of different backgrounds, specializations, and experiences made every episode richer. Cybersecurity needs all kinds of minds: creative thinkers, technical experts, communicators, and, yes, people who question the status quo. Second, security is a team sport. Whether it's developers writing secure code, incident responders hunting threats, privacy engineers protecting data, or everyday users practicing good digital hygiene, everyone has a role to play. Silos are breaking down, and that's a good thing. Third, the threats are real, but so are the solutions. Yes, ransomware gangs are sophisticated. Yes, supply chain attacks are concerning. Yes, AI is creating new attack vectors. But we also have brilliant people building defenses, organizations sharing intelligence, and a community that's genuinely committed to making the digital world safer. And finally, learning never stops. The guests who have been in this field for 20 plus years are still learning. The landscape changes constantly. Curiosity is your best asset. Whether you're just starting out or you're a veteran, stay curious, stay humble, and keep learning. I want to take a moment to thank every single guest who joined us on this journey. You shared your expertise, your stories, your passion, and your time. You made cybersecurity human. You showed us that behind every firewall, every line of code, and every security policy, there are real people trying to make things better. To Simon, Kim, Leslie, Tanisha, Laura, John, Tanya, Chloe, Kennedy, and everyone else who sat down with us, thank you. Your contributions to this field extend far beyond this podcast, but we're grateful you let us amplify your voices. And to you, the listeners, you're the reason we do this. Whether you've been here since the trailer episode or you just discovered us recently, thank you for spending your time with us. Thank you for the emails, the questions, the suggestions, and the feedback. Every thumbs up, every share, every comment letting us know an episode resonated with you, that's what made this worthwhile. We know your time is valuable and you had countless podcast options. The fact that you chose to spend some of that time with CyberPulse means the world to us. So, what happens now? Well, the National Cryptologic Foundation isn't going anywhere. They are still committed to education, outreach, and supporting the cybersecurity community. They are still running programs, hosting events, and finding new ways to make the field more accessible. As for CyberPulse specifically, we're hitting pause. Not goodbye, pause. The cyber landscape keeps evolving, threats keep emerging, and there will always be stories worth telling. Maybe we'll be back with more episodes. Maybe we'll return for special episodes when something too big to ignore happens. Maybe we'll reimagine the format entirely. Future is unwritten, and that's exciting. In the meantime, stay engaged. Subscribe to our newsletter at cryptologicfoundation.org so you're the first to know if we come back. Follow the National Cryptologic Foundation on social media. Better yet, check out some of the amazing organizations and people we've featured. They're doing incredible work every single day. Before I let you go, I'd be remiss if I didn't leave you with a few practical reminders, because that's what we do here at CyberPulse. Enable multi-factor authentication everywhere you can. It's the single easiest way to protect your accounts. And even SMS MFA is better than none. Keep your software updated. Yes, those update notifications are annoying. They're also important. Be skeptical of unsolicited messages, whether they come via email, text, or social media. If something feels off, it probably is. Verify before you click, especially if someone's asking for money, credentials, or personal information. Back up your data regularly. Ransomware doesn't discriminate, and neither should your backup strategy. And finally, stay curious about security. You don't need to be a penetration tester or a cryptographer to care about cybersecurity. Understanding the basics makes you a harder target and a more informed digital citizen. 18 episodes, hundreds of insights, countless hours of conversations about malware, privacy, secure coding, incident response, and everything in between. It's been an absolute privilege. Cybersecurity can feel overwhelming. The threats are real, the technology is complex, and the stakes keep getting higher. But here's what I hope you take away from CyberPulse. You're not alone in this. There's an entire community of people working to protect the systems we all rely on. There are resources available to learn, tools to help you stay safe, and experts who genuinely want to share their knowledge. The cyber world has a heartbeat, and we've been privileged to pulse check it with you these last months. So, from everyone at the National Cryptologic Foundation and the entire CyberPulse team, thank you. Thank you for listening, for learning, for caring about this field. Keep asking questions, keep learning, keep staying cyber safe. And who knows, maybe we'll be back in your feed before you know it. After all, the only constant in cybersecurity is change. Until next time, and there might very well be a next time, this is CyberPulse signing off. Stay curious, stay secure, and we'll see you out there in the digital world.